Hello everyone. Today we're gonna have a look on my budget boost or lift kit for the Jeep Grand Cherokee CJ. We have done a lot of work already on it and I kind of start to enjoying the way it looks. So it's time to take the next step in the transformation of my CJ. And I decided to put a lift on it. It's gonna be a simple lift. It's gonna be a 2.5 inch and I'm gonna lift it with spacers. And for that I got a no brand because, well, I'm gonna do this kind of cheap, but at the same time kind of good. So it's not gonna be like those DIY thing where you're buying something similar to this and modify it and all to get it fit, because these ones are really cheap and I don't really see any point of actually modifying something yourself. I paid around $50 for this. They could be found on Amazon between $50 and up to like 120. There's 4 pieces and by the look of them, they are all the same size. So that's something good because there was some reviews on my purchase. I didn't buy them on eBay, I bought them on Amazon. But there is some reviews on Amazon where the size of them have actually been different. But by the look on them, they look pretty nice. They have a nice shape and there's nothing really to say about it. It's a spacer and it looks good. It's hard enough and it should be all fine. How long they will actually last or before they worn out, well, we never know. The second thing I'm gonna do when I'm lifting the Jeep, well, this one lifted 2.5 inches and most people say you don't need to do anything. Just put the spacers there and you're fine to go. Well, you might be, but I'm gonna do something more because rideability and a good driving experience on this Jeep is important for me. So I'm gonna relocate the track bar and I'm going to put some adjustable lower control arms on it. And for that I'm also going super cheap and I found these ones on eBay and I really hope I don't drop it because my table here is made of glass. That would be a mess. Anyway, how much did I pay for this? Well, let's say less than 100. I think I paid like $70 US or something like this. So they are cheap. The look of them, they look like pretty nice. They have a significant substance to it. The weld looks good. The bushing and all other stuff, it looks good. It has a small angle on it, so it's not quite straight. And when you turn it like this, it turns nicely. You have to lube it up. The bolt and everything moves fine. And I think they could take a hit. So you kind of might wonder, okay, if they are so cheap, where is the compromise? Well, first of all, they are made in China, of course, for this price. But another thing that I noticed when I packed them up and I've been looking on them is that the bushing kind of like moves around a little bit. You see, like this. I can move the bushing around. And it's more noticeable on this one side. So I think that there's where the compromise is. Not sure how that will be when they are mounted on the vehicle itself. It could be like there's a play, but I also think if I maybe when I'm gonna lube it up because there's no lube. I kind of wish they were not mounted already because I want to put some grease and stuff like in here. So now I have to kind of removing them, which I think could be more difficult than it would be if they were not just on it. Another way you see this is not like the expensive one. There's no like grease nipple or anything like that on it. However, what could you expect for the price? I'm just surprised that the finish of it and the weight on it, it has a substance on it. I think it's going to be nice when it comes to the Jeep, and I think they're going to do a good job. The reason why I'm changing the lower control arm and nothing else is because when I'm lifting the Jeep, the control arm's going to move like this. And what that's going to do is that it's basically going to change the angle of my differential. But by making these ones longer, it's going to make the differential to kind of like move like this. So this one should counteract the angle, which should mean that you get a more stable steering, and it's going to be more stable on the road. And it's called, I think it's called a caster angle. Kind of goes the same from if you're doing mountain biking and talking about head angles, where like a head angle adjusts the angle of the fork. This kind of does the same thing on the car. However, if you want to see when I'm mounting this and when I'm trying them out, click here to see the full playlist related to Jeep stuff, and click here to subscribe. However, it's not going to be a mounting video because there's so many videos on the web how you're mounting and how you're lifting your Jeep. This video is going to focus more on issues that I find out on the way when I'm mounting this cheap option, and also in the end, how does it ride? I think I have to do a lift the Jeep with the original control arms, and then take a drive and see how it feels, and then put these ones on to get a comparison, because that's what makes sense to do, not about how you lift a Jeep, because that's, well, if you want to know how to lift a Jeep, just search the internet. There's so much about it. Anyway, now I'm talking longer than I need. So once again, if you want to see this content, click here to see the playlist with the Jeep, and click here to subscribe so you don't miss anything out. And if you want a notification when I release videos, click the bell icon. I release a new video once a week. And if you like the content, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I see you later.